Hello students, myself Mutturaju NP, working as assistant professor in the Department of Mechanical Engineering at Vidyavardhaka College of Engineering, Mysuru 2. Now I will explain you people about the Francis turbine and its equations, importance, everything in this Francis turbine theory. Let me explain. First and foremost, Francis turbine is a hydraulic turbine. It is mixed flow reaction turbine. Mixed flow reaction turbine. See, this is the axis of the turbine. This is the shaft. Turbine casing is there. This is the turbine casing, and then here you have the runner. So in your textbook you have the sketch, you practice that sketch, but let me explain this one properly. It is mixed flow. How means it is entering radially. See, this is axis parallel, right? It is enter radially, radial enter, and then after doing the work in the runner, and then it will exit out of the turbine axially. See, it will exit out of the turbine axially. The flow at exit, it will be the axial exit. V2, very important concept. The flow exit will be axial. V2 will be axial exit. Please see this one properly. V2 is axial exit. Flow will be axial exit, and then inlet will be radial. That's why it is so called as mixed flow reaction turbine. But Pelton-Wheel turbine, it is impulse turbine, tangential flow impulse turbine. Okay, this is the industrial sketch of the turbine that I was showing. It was a vertical axis. It is horizontal axis. See, this is the horizontal axis. After it is doing some amount of the work, it will come out axially. This will come axially. So this is the sketch. It will do some amount of the work and then it will come out axially. This will so called as the draft tube. So this is connected to the draft tube. Let me explain after some slides the draft tube. So V2 is axial. Please keep in your mind, V2 is axial. Flow, it is coincide with the flow exit. Okay, therefore this is the thing. The fluid comes, it is the top view, this is the front view. So fluid comes and do some amount of the work and then come out of the turbine axially. Flow velocity at exit, it will be axial exit. Discharge is axial. Therefore V2 is axial. V2 is axial. V2 is very less and axial. Maximum utilization factor. You know this velocity triangle. As usual, everything it will be there. Beta 2 never be 90 degree. Keep in your mind, beta 2 never be 90 degree in the turbine. Vf2 is V2 and alpha 2 is equal to 90 degree. Vu2 is 0. That means no whirl at exit. Tangential velocity at exit, it will be 0. So this is the inlet velocity triangle. In the Francis turbine, there are three kind of velocity triangle will come. One will be the high velocity, low velocity and medium velocity. It is for low speed turbine. Low speed means the blade speed of the turbine is less than the tangential speed of the fluid. What is blade speed, tangential speed, everything I have explained in the video number 1 only. Okay, you please, if you at all you want, you can refer to that one. It is less than the blade speed is less than the tangential speed. Always you want to compare blade speed with the tangential speed. You want to compare blade speed is less than the tangential speed. That's why it is low speed turbine. Next, medium speed turbine. How the medium speed turbine it will be there? Here the blade speed it is equal to tangential speed of the fluid, and also it is radial inlet. This derivation, one of the derivation I did earlier. The blades are radial. It can be radial at inlet, but alpha 1 can't be 90 degree at inlet. Okay, blades are radial. Beta 1 is equal to 90 degree for medium speed turbine. High speed turbine. In high speed turbine, how the case it will be there? The speed of the turbine U1 is the speed of the turbine at inlet. It is greater than the speed of the tangential velocity at inlet. Vu1 is greater than the Vu1. This is the condition for high speed turbine. Next, let me explain you people energy analysis. Let us go. VU1 U1 plus or minus VU2 U2, let it be. Then VU2 is equal to 0, VU1 U1 divided by GC. Therefore, the ratio of width of the wheel to the diameter of the wheel, that is B1 divided by D1. Okay, the flow ratio will be like this, that is VF1 at inlet it is equal to square root of 2GH. Discharge through the runner it is equal to, that is fluid flow in between the blades. During that time what will happens, the fluid will be expand from inlet to the outlet. This ratio, this D1 B1 VF1 will be constant, and then D1 B1 VF1 at same time diameter and breadth flow velocity will be varies, that will be maintained constant according to your Q, that is discharge. Question Euler said, you people know this is equation, that is amount of energy supplied per unit mass, it is equal to VU1 U1 into M and G into H into M. M is nothing but rho Q GH. VU1 U1 into M. M is nothing but rho into Q. Rho Q will get cancelled. G into H. Therefore, hydraulic efficiency it is equal to VU1 U1 divided by GH. That is amount of power developed in the rotor to the amount of power supplied, that is GH, hydraulic efficiency. Therefore 100% the nozzle efficiency, this one. Okay, therefore Euler's head is equal to VU1 U1 divided by G into new hydraulic efficiency. This is the thing. Draft tube. What is draft tube? When fluid, I'm already told you people, these are all the design for what? High efficiency of your turbine. If at all you want a high efficiency of your turbine, the flow at exit should be axial. The flow at exit should be axial. So if at all you want axial output, you want to create here negative pressure. See, this guy is having the juice through the what? Pipe. How you can have, if he created a negative pressure in his mouth, then the juice will be taken into his mouth axially parallel to his mouth. See, parallel to his mouth flow will be there. Just observe here. Okay, same way the flow, if at all it is need to be axial, you want to take this one axial output. If at all you want a high axial utilization factor or blade efficiency, the V2 should be parallel to this one. If you want to make this one parallel, you want to create the negative pressure here. See, he is creating negative pressure in his mouth, that's why it is going parallel to his mouth. Okay, like that only. If you create the negative pressure here in this particular point, vacuum pressure, it will come out axially. Or just imagine yourself. That's how you can understand the turbo machine. These are the different types of draft tubes. This question will ask in examination for 4 to 6 marks. Please write the draft tube sketch earlier what I shown, that draft tube sketch, and the next sketch you please, no, don't write the earlier sketch. Next sketch, conical elbow, simple elbow, and a Moody's spreading draft tube. These things you write down the sketch in pause the video, note down the sketch. While practicing all the derivation in the turbo machine, you must use the pen and book, then only you can understand. When it is asked, you please write this draft tube. This is the draft tube, conical draft tube. Let me explain. This is the HS is vertical height between the out of the turbine to the tail race. This is Y is the depth of the, this one what is so called your draft tube immersed in the water. Okay, outlet, this one will be the inlet. So atmospheric pressure also it is acting on the what, your water. Okay, when it is atmospheric pressure also acting on the water, cross this all pressure. Okay, the fluid which is comes out, this has to cross all this pressure. Let me explain. Write on the draft tube sketch properly. Then P1 B divided by rho G. This is the what is so called Bernoulli's equation you are applying. P1 and P2 are the pressures are at inlet and outlet of the draft tube. HS is the vertical height of the draft tube. What is this HF? HF is the friction loss, head loss due to the friction. Head loss due to the friction V2 square divided by 2g. This one you know very well. Velocity at exit, velocity and inlet. Why is the depth of the draft tube immersed in the tail race? Okay, therefore at P2 pressure is atmospheric pressure acting on the water at the tail race plus depth of the draft tube immersed in the tail race. Therefore put this equation here P2, same this one, y will get cancelled, rearranging a equation that's why P1 it is equal to this much. Getting my point? This will be the P1 pressure. This is how we want to do the analysis. Thank you one and all.